So, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I had written this song. And it was the first song that I'd written after I'd signed at the publishing company. Where when I took it in, people started running around. And the next thing I know, I was up in Betty Killing's office.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
they was talking about Waylon. This is for Waylon. And that's the first time I'd ever been able to sit and hear cash registers ring over the hill. When they said, hey, this is for Waylon, I could hear, ching,
Shame.
ching, ching. You know, I never heard that before. Now don't get excited, I ain't gonna play this song for you, but I wanted you to know while I was tuning this what this is about. So we went out there to pitch it to Waylon. Flew to Austin. I never got to see Waylon until he got ready to leave. We was there for 3 days. It was when Willie opened the Austin Opera House, first night. And a terrible accident happened. Jeannie Seeley was in a terrible accident, and she was married to Hank Cochran, who was the reason that I was out there. And they had to all go back home, and Willie said, we just met that day and had smoked pot and exchanged songs all day, and I was fucked up like worse than a goose. And he said, well, is there anything you can do for Jeannie if you sitting there by her bedside that you can't do right here? And I said, well, and Hank said, no, that ain't. I mean, we're going, and you can pull for her here just like you can pull for her over there. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? He said, you stay here in this hotel room. And Willie said, tomorrow night when we have the grand opening, you come over and play a couple of songs on the damn grand opening of the Austin Opera House. And I really didn't fucking want to do that. And so the way it worked out was, them boys, I never had been with no big road crew. I was just fresh from the bushes. And I didn't realize them big professional road crews that travel around, people like Willie, they spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars pulling down practical jokes on one another. I mean, plan a month ahead of time to get it just right and just break it off in you. Start it up in you and break it off in you, I'd never been around nothing like that. Well, right away they figured my guitar was tuned different from everybody else's, and so they immediately took it and locked it up away from where that night in the green room. Here it was, the opening night of the Austin Opera House. It was Sonny Curtis and the Buddy Holly band. Crickets opened up. And then it was Emmylou Harris. She played for about 45 minutes, hour, 20 minutes. And then they took just long enough break to run Waylon's crew on. Waylon played for about an hour. I mean, these people, there's about 3,000 people in there, and they're ripping this place up. I mean, they're ripping the damn concrete up out of the floor. You know what I'm talking about? They done been standing there with them damn hip pockets full of pints of whiskey, and they have got ready. Waylon has got them all roaring. Willie comes on and plays for an hour and a half. I mean, it's got late at night, and these people have been roaring for about 5, 6, 7 hours. Willie stops in the middle of his show, and says, he sends the band off the stage. And he says every now and then he talks about meeting people every now and then, songwriters that need to be blah, 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 and this and this and this, and then here he is, Rock Killough. And them son of bitches had locked my guitar up. And I've been walking around the green room pulling my hair out and peeing on myself. Because I really didn't want to be there anyway. And so I walked out on the stage. Here he is. And there's Willie standing there. And I said, Willie, I can't find my guitar. Well, right away, he knew what had happened. He knew the motherfuckers had took my guitar. So he said, this ain't no big deal. Play mine. I'm talking about the one with Bob Dylan wrote on it, man. You know, I'm standing there I'm petrified. I've never been in a place like this. I've never been around these people like this before. I just come from the bushes. And so finally we got this damn strap like the witches I'd never seen before. It was a saxophone strap, you know, reach around, hold up the guitar up on there. Me and Willie stood there for about 5 minutes, you know, trying to use my guitar, get his guitar on me. And here these people had been roaring for about 5.5 or 6 hours. I'm talking about just rocking and rolling. 1 minute went by. It's like a 1.5 years. Dead quiet silence. 2 minutes went by. 6 years. Before it was over with, and we got that strap around my fucking neck and got it on me and got it going doot, 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 you know. It's been 6 minutes and the motherfucker was starting to shuffle their feet like that. It sounded like a bunch of damn a big herd of cattle over there getting ready. And so I put my hands on old Willie's old gut string fucking guitar, and the damn neck was that wide, and you know, it ain't got no fucking dots on it, and I can't play without the fucking dots. And I well, what the fuck can I do now, you know? The C chord and the B string. The fucking B string. My nemesis. Tell me it ain't y'all's guitar.
B string.
Fucking B string was out of tune. And every one of us knows that another fella's guitar, just that, it's just another fella's guitar, like driving his car. Sometimes you crank the son of a bitch and sometimes you can't. So I put my fingers on Willie's guitar, old Bill Wide-neck guitar, and it hit a C chord thinking of what the fuck I could do. And the B string was out of tune, so I said, well, let me tune this B string while I'm thinking about what the fuck I can do. And I went, ding, 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 and I tuned. 7 minutes had passed. It had been at least 12 years. Out of the middle, I could see about 6 rows back from the footlights, you know, on the stage. But somewhere out there in the black, there come this voice, and you could tell that it was like this. Because, you know, when I talk like this, it don't sound like it does when I talk like this. So I knew that son of a bitch had his hands around his mouth, and he said, "Hey, boy, don't fuck with Willie's guitar." That's the gospel truth. Me and Big Boy wrote this song. It's his idea.
Was that his idea too?
I'd hunted that land many years, sitting in a tree stand watching for deer. I thought I knew that ground for miles around. But on a frosty morning at sunrise, a chimney caught my wandering eyes. I had to get down to go see what I had found. A house once stood underneath the arms of a big oak tree. Nothing left but the ruins of a limestone chimney. Loving hands had carved a heart so big in that old oak tree. Charlie Loves Hazel, 1893. my intruding feet walked over that place. I could almost see his face, plowing his mule and making furrows in his land. Hazel's heart was in their life. She felt so proud to be his wife. She cooked and canned and cleaned with a willing hand. The firstborn son arrived in the spring of '93. He sharpened his knife and he went out to that old oak tree. Oh, and filled with love, he carved their names for all the world to see. Charlie Loves Hazel, 1893. Quiet morning, silent charms, chill bumps came up on my arms. I felt that love close by in the warming air. A picture frame, some broken glass, signs of life found in the grass. I knew that Hazel were still there. The power of love is the stuff of dreams and mystery. True love stands the test of time like an old oak tree. He wouldn't let their love get lost amid their fragile life's debris. Charlie Loves Hazel, 1893. And as I left that magic spot, I stumbled on what time forgot. The tilted stones touched like holding hands. 1918 brought the flu, and there was nothing they could do. She didn't live to see his final stand. And I went home with a brand new vision of my life. I knew I couldn't make it without my wife. So now when times are tough and the going's rough, I think about that old tree, Charlie and Hazel in 1893. Yes, when times are tough and the going's rough, I think about that old tree, Charlie and Hazel in 1893.